Oh, hi. Fancy seeing you here. So, some of you may be aware that I am trying to find the right way to read stories to you. Whether I should be entirely off screen, just reading and focusing on that. In the past, I have read from the screen in front of me. I don't feel that particularly works, because it just seems a little bit robotic, insincere. That's not how I roll. So today I'm going to try something in the middle. I will remain on screen, but I have my screen here that I will be reading from. So I hope that it will be a little bit like reading from a book. Now, I have gone for my double microphone setup today, just to see how that goes. And yes, this is a wintry, slightly festive type story, in a similar vein to my kind of slightly spooky mansion story, but this one is based in a mountain. There's a bit of visualization, and there will be a countdown to help you sleep at the end. So it is designed to support your sleep, to support relaxation, and just take your mind away from it all. Alright, so do let me know if you would be so kind as to whether this approach works. If not, I can just go back to buggering off screen and not being there. That's entirely fine. Okay? Alright. Settle in, my darlings. So, the wind bites at your cheeks as you trudge through the thickening snow. What started as a familiar hike has turned into a disorienting journey through a sudden storm. The forest, once so inviting, now looms around you with towering pines swaying in the gusts. Your boots crunch against the fresh powder, but it's hard to tell where you've been or where you're going. For a moment, you think you catch a flicker of movement, a shadow among the trees, maybe the silhouette of a reindeer, but when you squint into the blinding white, it is gone. Pressing on, you come across a trail of tracks in the snow, small, precise prints. Something about them tugs at your curiosity, and you follow them. They lead to a dark hollow, a cave mouth yawning open at the base of a ridge. The wind howls around you, urging you inside. Shelter, warmth, safety. You step in, shaking the snow from your coat, and let your eyes adjust to the dim light. The cave is larger than you expected, with walls glistening faintly as if dusted with frost and mica. Near the entrance you spot the remnants of a fire, charred wood and ash, now cold to the touch, any spark long since extinguished. Someone else had clearly sought shelter here too. A whisper of unease flits through your mind, but it is quickly replaced by something else, a pull, almost magnetic, drawing you deeper into the cave. You follow the feeling, winding through narrow passages that twist and turn. shadows dance on the walls, and faint, undeterminable echoes sound out from unseen corners. At one point, you hear what sounds like the pitter-patter of tiny footsteps, but when you pause to listen, the sound is gone. Deeper and deeper you go until you reach a heavy wooden door, ornate and weathered with age. Its carvings are intricate, depicting swirling patterns and shapes that seem to shimmer as you gaze at them. Tentatively, you push, and the door creaks open with surprising ease, the sound reverberating around you. The room beyond is vast, a cavernous space in the heart of the mountain. Benches and tables are arranged in neat rows, their small size striking. At one end of the room, a grand plinth holds a throne-like chair, its wood carved and polished to a dark sheen. This chair was clearly built for a much larger, more rotund frame than the benches that line the room. The air here is still, heavy with a sense of abandonment, yet there's something else too, a lingering warmth, a hint of magic. The enormous fireplace, dark now, seems almost to beckon, its chimney reaching high into the stone. You explore further, wandering into adjoining chambers. You discover what appears to be a barracks, full of rows of tiny bunk beds stacked 5 high, each with a small wooden trunk at its foot. You give in to your curiosity and open one, revealing curious trinkets, a carved whistle, a polished stone, a notebook filled with scrawled handwriting too small to read easily. You are certain your ears are playing tricks on you as, once again, you briefly hear tiny, frantic footsteps rushing away in a dark corner of the room. Yet it is clear that no living being has been here in quite some time. Leaving the bunk room and heading back into the stone corridor, you find yourself alone with your thoughts. What was this place? Why does it feel so familiar? Who lived here? Did they enjoy their lives? Did they love? Did they see the light of day? You sense a feeling of magic and nostalgia. Pushing open a stone door, you discover a room filled with workbenches, their tools neatly arranged despite the dust. Some for woodworking, others for metalwork, and you marvel at their design. Functional, yet made for hands much smaller than yours. One wall is dedicated to shelves housing pots of paint for different purposes and of every colour you could imagine. One shelf in particular catches your eye, as it contains paints of various tartans, plates, and rainbow patterns. Intrigued, you raise an eyebrow, but move on. You step into a larger space, clearly once a workshop of industry. Conveyor belts stretch across the room, halted mid-motion, and the air carries the faintest scent of oil and sawdust. Imagining the room alive with activity, you can almost hear the hum of machinery and the chatter of voices. In an adjoining chamber, you find tables piled high with patterned papers, ribbons, bows of every colour. The meticulous organisation is striking, and the vibrant colours seem to have defied the passage of time. A large pine door, trimmed with wrought iron, opens into the kitchen, where you're greeted by an unexpected warmth. This kitchen is oversized and was clearly designed to feed a great many mouths. Mealtimes must have been an almost military operation, no doubt. The grand fireplace blazes, casting a golden glow across the flagstone floor. Beside it is a cosy chair and a small table laden with treats, mince pies, cookies, and a steaming jug of mulled wine. The aroma is enticing, intoxicating, cinnamon and spice mingling with the warmth of the fire. You know instinctively that this has been left for you, a gift of kindness and of sustenance. Gratefully you eat, the flavours rich and comforting. You pack some cookies and pies into your rucksack for later and head back the way you came. Towards the end of the corridor, the stone floor is replaced with homely wood. The final ornate door you open reveals a bedroom. The sight of it stops you in your tracks. A massive sleigh bed dominates the space, draped in luxurious furs and soft fabrics. The wooden wardrobe stands open, revealing a faded red velvet suit trimmed with white fur. On the bedside table, a pair of metal spectacles glint in the firelight. Near the door, several pairs of black boots sit neatly in a row. The room radiates comfort, every detail speaking of care and thoughtfulness. The lit fireplace fills the space with warmth, and the faint scent of pine and cloves linger in the air. A wave of exhaustion washes over you, sudden and undeniable. As you sink onto the bed, its softness envelops you like a cocoon. The crackle of the fire soothes you, and the room's gentle light seems to dim, as if to encourage you to rest. Throughout this adventure you have felt a presence with you, a guardian, unseen but deeply felt. It's not something you can explain, but you know with absolute certainty that you are safe. You are cared for. The warmth spreads through you, starting in your chest and flowing outward, loosening each muscle and easing every tension. Your legs grow heavy, your arms sink into the bed, and your breathing slows. The weight of the day melts away, replaced by a profound peace. Your eyelids flutter shut, and your thoughts drift, each one quieter than the last. You begin to let go, surrendering to the embrace of the bed and the gentle glow of the fire. You find yourself counting down from 10 as sleep gradually takes over. 10, knowing that every passing second will relax you further. 9, all of your worries have dissolved into nothingness. 8, all the tension in your neck and in your shoulders has melted away. 7, every breath enables you to sink further and further into this relaxed state. 6, your limbs are loose and limp. You do not need to move at all. Just sink into relaxation. 5, right now nothing is expected of you. You do not need to do anything. 4, you are feeling more and more comfortable. 3, you feel so safe, so secure, so very relaxed. 2, you have allowed yourself to let go of all thoughts and all concerns. 1, you are so ultimately relaxed. Sleep takes you deep and dreamless, as if the mountain itself is cradling you. And in that vast stillness, you feel it again, a whisper of magic, a promise of protection.